Yes, Arturia's V Collection 11 is out, as you will know if you subscribe to their newsletter, or possibly more likely you have seen one of the videos by any number of the usual suspects, who of course all say it is the best thing since avocado on toast, which is actually better than it sounds. Now, I'm not going to talk about the instruments in this video. If you want to know more about what's in the collection, what they sound like, what they do, have a look at Arturia's YouTube channel. They have good walkthroughs about all of them. In this video, I'm going to talk about that which shall not be named, at least not by the usual suspects, namely price, value, and a concept which seems to be totally foreign now, totally forgotten, or just plain simply ignored: customer loyalty. Now, if you have no interest in that, I will just say this is not the video for you. If you've seen some of my other videos, you will probably know where I'm heading with this. I haven't seen anyone on YouTube talk about this. Am I the only one who cares? Well, quite possibly, but judging by the comments I've received, I really don't think so. But as individuals, it's very difficult to make our voice heard and our feelings felt. So let's start where the usual suspects leave off. I haven't seen every usual suspect video, but the ones I have seen, not one of them mentions price, or upgrade prices, or is this a good deal? The closest they get is to say to check out your personal upgrade price and leave it at that. I'm going to dig a lot deeper. By the way, if you want to save more money on the prices which we're going to talk about, I will point you to a little hack you can use, and you may save more money depending on where you are in the world. Hang about for that one. So the full V collection contains 45 instruments and costs €699. Now, depending on where you are in the world, you may see a different currency value. You may see this in pounds, you may see it in dollars. However, they are all $699. Now, this may make sense to an Arturia bean counter somewhere, but if you are aware that the world is a big place and there is more one country in it than the one you live in, you will know that there are different currencies and different currencies have different values. Now, I'm in the UK and currently the pound is stronger than the euro, and thanks to something which we are not going to talk about, it is considerably stronger than the dollar. So when Arturia says this will cost you €699 or £699 or $699, I don't want to pay in pounds, I don't want to pay in euros, I want to pay in dollars. Now, just to see the difference this can make, the pound is currently 15 to 20% stronger than the euro and around 30% or more stronger than the dollar. Now, here's my first question for you. If you are in a different country, please take a look at the prices and let me know what currency it is showing in. I suspect it will only show in euros, pounds or dollars, but I could be wrong there. That would be interesting. So let's ignore the currency part for the time being. Let's just say 699 something or others. So at 699 you are getting 45 instruments. Therefore, each one costs approximately 15.5 whatevers each. I'm probably going to say euros because it's a French company and that is their default currency. So let's say each one costs 15.5 euros. That's for the full package. Now, just before we get any further, let me just make it absolutely clear. I absolutely love the Arturia software. I think their emulations are superb. I love the graphics. Massive kudos to whoever designs the graphics. I think the emulations of the instruments Arturia produces is absolutely excellent. And I think they sound good and they're great to play with. Just need to put that up front in case anyone thinks I'm being overly critical of the software, which I am not. Just the other things I mentioned. Now, if memory serves, which it may well not, I do believe that V Collection 10 was €599. So Arturia wants another €100 for another 7 instruments, which makes each instrument worth €14.50. So that is slightly better deal than the full package if you want to look at it like that. But just bear these figures in mind. Now, if you log in and check out your price, this is going to vary depending on what instruments you have bought before. Now, I think I am a pretty decent Arturia customer. I upgraded, I think it was from V Collection 6 to 8, and then to 9, and then to 10. I have FX Collection 5. I have also bought Pigments. I have a Keystep keyboard, a Beat Pro keyboard. I have an Arturia drum machine, and a Mini Lab. Now, I don't know how they calculate customer loyalty in this sense, but my upgrade price was €149. So by that standard, if I'm getting 7 new instruments, and that is debatable, but we'll get onto that in a second. But if I am getting 7 new instruments, that means each one is valued at €21.25. So that's more than a new customer is going to pay. Now, I have heard a few people say that their upgrade price was €199. So that means that each instrument is costing them €28.50. So that's almost double the price that first-time buyers get. Now, €200 or pounds or dollars, even 150. I mean, this is a considered purchase. Now, when V Collection 10 came out, I did not upgrade immediately. I thought it was a bit of a poor upgrade and overpriced. However, I got an email sometime later from Arturia offering me the Synth X if I upgraded. The upgrade price didn't change, but they were throwing this in as well. So that's what swung me to upgrade to 10. I'm willing to bet that loyal Arturia customers who jumped on the V Collection 10 bus as soon as it was released did not get a free Synth X. Or if they did, why is Arturia saying this is new to V Collection 11? So by that standard, I am not getting 7 new instruments, I am only getting 6, which pushes the price of each instrument up even further. Now, when you look at these figures and think about being a loyal Arturia customer, do you get a warm and fuzzy feeling and think that they are looking after you? Now, Arturia is not alone in offering freebies to new customers. Native Instruments is one of the biggest culprits, if you like. After the complete collection has been out for a while, it is usually discounted, and there are usually a bunch of freebies given away to new customers only. Now, I recently upgraded to Cubase 14. I got a slight discount, but also I got a bunch of freebies. But here's the thing. Steinberg gave the freebies to existing 14 customers. So just imagine you had jumped on the Cubase 14 bus and Steinberg sent a notification saying, "Hey, we've got some freebies for you." Now, would that give you a warm and fuzzy feeling? Would that make you feel valued as a Steinberg customer? I can't believe I've used warm and fuzzy and Steinberg in the same sentence. But there you are, and that is the way to handle freebies. That is one way to make your existing customers feel valued. Native Instruments love the software, the company, and Arturia has gone a bit that way as well, or perhaps it always has been so. Now, this is a question which it really does puzzle me. I can certainly understand from a marketing point of view, you have an existing customer and you are trying to squeeze as much money out of them as possible. If they like the software, you quite probably will be successful. Now, this really only seems to make sense in the short term. Grab as much money as you can. Now, here's a question. Who is your best salesman? Is it someone who works in the marketing department? Is it the advertising department? Is it the sales department? You know, I'm going to say no to all of those, don't you? And you probably know what I'm going to say. Your best salesman is your customer. If you have a happy and satisfied customer, they are going to shout your praises from the rooftops. Now, as proof of this, you only need to look at Apple. Their products are ridiculously priced. They make an inordinate profit on everything they sell, but they have a massive fan base of Apple fanboys. And why is that? Now, I have a friend who is a massive Apple fanboy, and he says that the service he gets from Apple, particularly when there's a problem, makes him feel like a valued customer. And that is what I suggest is lacking in these sort of details, these sort of prices, these sort of upgrade prices. Now, it's easy to turn your customers into a rabid fans. All you have to do is to give them a fair deal. It would be even better to give them a good deal. Can you imagine a company which gave existing customers better deals than new customers? I wonder how that would work out. So if we apply this principle to V Collection 11, a fair and equitable upgrade price for an existing V Collection 10 user would be about €99, pounds, dollars, whatever. Now, this to me just seems to make sense, and I'm a little bit amazed that more companies don't follow this idea of turning an existing customer into an existing fan. I think so many companies are more concerned with short-term gains and look upon existing customers as an ATM machine. And that's all I have to say about that. Let me know what you think. Let me know where you are in the world. Let me know what your currency is. Let me know what your upgrade price is. Oh yes, I said I would point you to a hack which would help you save more money depending on where you are in the world. I made a video about it. Check out the link in the description. I used this with my upgrade and I saved over 30 Great British pounds on my upgrade price. Let me know how you get on. As always, thank you so much for watching. I will see you in the next video.